shit. My bad, guys. I'm muted. I was muted the whole time. All right, my bad. I was talking, but I was muted. The first thing, so to kind of go back over everything that I said, first and foremost, welcome, Debt Wolf. I asked if you were in something tonight or if you were able to get into something. And I'm already in this trade right now. I got my runner contract on. Took a gold short. Man, I don't know, man. Gold has just been, I don't know why, but it's been a challenge. I think it's self-created. I think I'm doing this to myself. I did get a winner today in gold, but it was off the back of a loss. As the market was trading higher, I foolishly went short, and the market just kept going higher. And when I got stopped out of that short, I went into my other account and went full tilt and got lucky. I just locked up the account. Honestly, I shorted the highs this morning. If I stayed short the entire session, I probably would have been up like what, 30K. Because gold dropped from, so I was short at 89 and it drops all the way to about 55. So probably would have been up like what, 3K. Just about
Iran's
3K.
Revolutionary Guards. Missile and drone strike hit early warning radar at Ali Al Salam airbase in Kuwait, state media.
Has it? You took the open in Asia on gold? Man, that's balls, man. I don't even know where this even measured off of, but I think I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to take a trade on gold because I have no clue what the hell gold is doing right now. I have no clue. I have no clue what gold is doing right now. I might have to go back to how I used to trade gold. I trade gold more aggressively now, but I might go back to passively trading gold, like just setting a limit in. If it gets hit, it gets hit. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I've been aggressively trading gold. And wow, that is insane. That is insane. I didn't even see that. That is insane. How did that happen? When did this happen, dude? I missed a trade setup actually just now. I missed a trade setup, or yeah, I missed a trade setup on gold. I didn't. Wow. 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 Okay, looks like I got stopped out of that Nasdaq play. Up about $300 right now. Yeah, what's up, Tony Gold? Yeah, dude, I don't know what the hell is up with gold, man. Gold did this crazy thing. Gold did this crazy thing this morning. It was so crazy. I was like, man, what's up with that? Now, I did peep that the market was engineering liquidity. I did see that. I just didn't think we was gonna see a move like this where it took out all of this. All of this got taken out. I did not expect that. But I know, but the reason why I got in short was because uh it took out this high, that high, and then it started showing weakness. So I just got in short. But then also, like I said, I was also on tilt. So I didn't intentionally get in at the top. I just so happened to have gotten in at the top. Yeah, because it took out all these highs. And it looks like gold made a full retracement. I didn't even notice gold did this. Hold on, gold made a full retracement? Hold on. Really? Gold did this? I didn't even know gold did this. That's insane. Actually, okay, no. I'm tripping. Yeah, I know gold did this. I forgot. I caught the bottom too. I just put my limit right here at these lows. I didn't expect it to get filled. I came back to my charts and saw that I was in profit. I didn't watch this though. I just saw that I was in profits and I was like, oh, okay, well, gold pissed me off. So I kind of walked away from my chart. I didn't know that it actually came back, took out these highs, and now we're seeing a drop. Now this drop makes sense. I didn't even notice this. That's crazy. I did not notice that. I did not notice that. Interesting. I did not notice that.
GDP growth projected above earlier estimate of 0.2%. BOC. Expansion in 2024 expected strong due to chip industry spillover effects.
All right, so we might actually see a big down day on gold. Gold took out the highs. So that means that gold is now going to take out some low. It's definitely going to take out that low, that pivot low at 32. That low is definitely getting taken out. We'll see if the low at 23 gets taken out. That low is I mean, this low right here, or where's that low? Oh, actually, I switched the chart now. I'm not going to switch it back. All right, let's look at the Nasdaq. Let's see. Yeah, looks like Nasdaq is going to do the same thing. The Nasdaq is going to do the same thing. The market is selling off. If anybody is buying the dip, the market is clearly selling off. The market made it again to what, 30K? 30K was that what's the target? It looks like it got it. And now the market is selling off. This probably might be the last time we see 30K in a while. Unless unless the market is setting up for a massive squeeze to the upside. You close your long. Yeah, I mean the market is the market is definitely bearish right now. You can see that right now the daily candle on the Nasdaq is super bearish. It's trading underneath the previous day's body. trading underneath the previous day's body. And now the market is in this triangle. It's in this range. The thing about triangles is that it can break on either side here. Now the market is super bullish. I mean, before this triangle was formed, we have this massive run to the upside, and these are all daily candles, and we're seeing separation from the 21 EMA. And now the market is now trading in this triangle, and it's rotating back and forth. We even got a small break. It pops back into the triangle, and now the market is tightly consolidated right there at the apex of this triangle. So now the question is, do we see a drop or do we see a pop? My money is that we see a drop. My money is on we see a drop. We probably see a drop all the way back down here to this previous support. Going back down to 27K would be kind of crazy, but that might be in the cards for the Nasdaq. That might be because, like I said, we got the breakout. This is the breakout, and we have to expect that at some point in time there will be a pullback. So I guess we'll see. You said it dropped because of the AI. Yeah, I mean, we talk about AI a lot here. AI is really good with documentation and words, coding. That's why it's so good at coding, because it's a bunch of words. AI is a large language model. It deals with language. That is its specialty. Anything outside of that, it sucks. You get it to perform certain tasks. You ask it certain questions. I don't know if they dumbed down Claude or if they dumbed down ChatGPT, but it's gotten to the point now where I don't even believe half of the stuff that it spits out. I always got to cross-reference what it's telling me with something else, because AI likes to hallucinate a lot. And hallucinate is just a term that is used that it's just a cute way of saying that sometimes AI just makes shit up. It makes shit up because it's not real intelligence. It's not real intelligence. It's like a recorder. It just records things and it just spits it right back out. Input, output. That's all it is. But there's no real intelligence behind it. And some of the stuff that I ask it, like, dude, that you're wrong. And then ChatGPT, for whatever reason, I haven't seen other ones do it, but ChatGPT will sit here and fight you when it's wrong. And I know it's wrong. I asked it a simple question one time and it was telling me that it was right and that I should trust it. And it took a couple of prompts to say, hey, this is wrong. What you're giving me is wrong. And it was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this is where I made a mistake. It never admitted that it was wrong. It was like, oh yeah, I made a mistake. And it kept making the same mistake. So he was like, you know what? That's when I knew that AI was not going to change the world. I know a lot of employers got rid of a lot of employees thinking that they can be replaced with AI and found out the hard way. Excuse me. And you say we don't tolerate AI slander? Okay. Well, like I know a lot of people were taking screenshots of their charts, posting it into let's actually do that and see what kind of answer it gives us. I'm not going to tell it what it is. Well, we'll do it like this. I'm going to take the 5 minute on the MNQ, and I want to know if based on the price action, will it know? Let me just do a little experiment real quick, since the market isn't really moving right now. And we got into at least 10. Do a little experiment. I'm gonna use Copilot. Features like vision and image upload can help guide your screen, describe your surroundings. Permission. Okay, whatever, dude. Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? How are you doing tonight? And this is that stupid shit that I'm talking about. It says your chart shows a multi-time frame liquidity map with fair value gaps and moving averages layered across 15 minutes, 1 hour, and 4-hour structure. Like, see, and this is what I'm talking about. It just makes shit up. It just makes shit up. Okay. Okay. Congratulations on that, Alfred. Shit, you already know me. I took the long. We actually just got out of the long. Like, I swear, dude. Okay. All right, so let me just, I guess I didn't have to really do that. All right.
Japan Finmin Katayama Widening range of domestic and overseas investors, including households, key for JGB ownership.
And you might as well don't even have it on your chart. You don't even trust it. Okay. All right. So I see a potential trading opportunity. We'll see. We have a trend line right there. And we have another trend right there. So right now the market is in a space. It's in a neutral space right now. I mean, it is highly likely for the market to kind of drop here, but it is more likely for the market to drop. But I feel like we're getting conditioned again. I feel like the market is conditioning market participants to start going short now that their longs are no longer working. And this one's tough. Like I said, we are in that space right there. We are seeing the break. Yep. Oh, there goes that break right there at that trend line. But man, it's so hard to trust it now. Okay. So all right, so if it pulls back, I'll get in for a long. If it pulls back. I just learned that it's just not smart chasing the Nasdaq now. We're not getting the 200, 300 point pushes in one direction without an unnecessary retracement like we used to. So it's just not smart to chase the Nasdaq. Just wait for the pullback, unless you're super scalping. Looks like I may have missed the trade. All right, so we could see a stop run above those highs. I mean, it could pull back first. We could see the rejection and probably a pullback to about 650. Probably see the pullback to about 650. Should have held your long. So where did you get in at? Oh, 612. I don't think the market goes all the way back down there. $624. Honestly, I don't remember. So you're in a gold long?
BOC Governor Shin to increase interest rates on central bank special loan programs.
Now, where are you targeting on
State
gold?
Media. Iranian army strikes US military communication systems fuel tanks at Azraq base in Jordan.
Okay, so we could potentially see a breakout of the highs. So we'll see if this trend line is going to play any part. Let's see if it pulls back and taps it. Hopefully it comes back into this space right here, into this DMZ zone right here. If you took a trade inside of this DMZ right here, you got that breakout. You're a part of this move, and it was a really great entry, this neutral zone. $458. Damn. 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 All right, so we are seeing a breakout above those highs.
BOC Shin. Every component fueling South Korea GDP is strong.
714, 730, 741, 714.
Bokshin. Evaluating robustness of economic demand will be crucial.
Hey, yo, what's up, Steve? What's up? Hopefully we can get into a trade here. But I'm definitely cleaning up my act moving forward. What I'm working on, the goal that I'm working towards now is self-control, emotional management. Emotional management, impatience and greed. Or what? Impatience and greed. I have a whole trading session to take a trade, and for whatever reason, I've convinced myself to try to take that trade as soon as the market opens. No setup, no nothing. Just get into a trade and hope. With no setup.
Assessing strength of demand in the economy will be crucial. BOK. Q2 GDP expansion projected above earlier estimates of 0.2%. Demand-side price pressure requires close monitoring. Could escalate inflation if strong GDI growth persists.
What the fuck? I could have sworn it was something different. Damn, I am seeing things, huh? I saw what I wanted to see. I saw what I wanted to see.
We will respond until inflation aligns with BOK target level. Governor.
Governor.
How actively Bank of Korea will react to inflation risks depends on data.
Okay. I'm willing to take this trade right here. I'm willing to take that trade right at that trend line, right at the 21 EMA. Let me look at it on the 5-minute. It's right there at the 50 EMA.
Q2 GDP figures will be closely examined. Bokshin. We'll act until inflation stabilizes at bank's target level.
I'm looking at, so for a short, I'm looking at around 132 for a short. We'll see if we get there. I'm looking at 132. Price trades into this area. I'm going to try for a short. Do I follow oil? No, not anymore. Not anymore. But we can definitely look at it. Hold on, which month is CL on? Q? Okay. Q is August. Man, that's crazy. This is crazy, man. This is a 5-minute chart, and this thing is still choppy. That's crazy. You said a 4-hour looks bullish? Yeah. Yeah, it does look super bullish. I never would have thought it looked bullish until I went on a freaking 4-hour. The 1 hour looks good. I think I was on the 15-minute, I think. Or on the 5-minute. It was one of these things. Yeah, I was on the 5-minute, and this doesn't look like anything. This does not look like anything, but I am zoomed in, so. But I mean, we obviously have a trend line here.
Bok Shin. How actively Bank of Korea will respond to inflation risks depends on data.
Ooh, look at that. Looks like the market broke the trend line, retested the trend line. CL looks like it's about to short, actually, here. Looks like we're about to get a drop in CL. It's not financial advice or anything. I don't even trade CL. But based on
Bok Shin,
the technicals,
Q2 GDP figures to be closely evaluated. Bok Shin, import cost level relatively elevated. Japan Finmin Katayama understands no alteration to GPIF's rules on annual basic portfolio review. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. CL, huh? Even though this thing is choppy as hell. Even though it's choppy as hell.
I would have missed my 90 ticks. Would have missed 90 ticks there. Trump did say that. Trump did say that we had, what, 4 weeks? But the markets don't move off of reality. The markets do not move off of reality. We know that. And the markets start moving off of reality when they turn the CERN machine off. The markets do not move off of reality. Ah, man, I didn't get a pullback there. All right, so I mean, we may have an opportunity for a short coming up. We may have an opportunity for a short.
Bokshin. Extra capital flow from South Korea MSCI index upgrade likely limited. Japan Finance Minister Katayama. GPIF to review basic portfolio annually, assuming potential growth driven by Japan's growth strategy could mark major turning point.
Yeah. All right, well,
Japan Finance Minister Katayama, we cannot intervene or compel pension funds on portfolio management.
Yeah, that's usually how that shit plays for real. No, I blew that shit. I blew it. I went tilt. And it was with gold too, out of all instruments. It was with gold. I over leveraged on gold. And for whatever reason, I just couldn't accept being wrong. I've been doing that with gold lately. I don't know why. For whatever reason, it's the same old. I over leverage. And because I'm over leveraged, obviously, I don't want to be wrong. And instead of just taking a small loss, I'm taking a bigger loss than, because I'm readjusting my stop. And for whatever reason, gold is like, yeah, move it up there. I'm gonna let you do it. It just sits there and it waits until I move it. It lets me get comfortable thinking like, okay, I give it enough room. I mean, hopefully gold will go in my direction. And then it's like, bam, like a tiger pounces. Bam. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a 25 or it would have been nice to have the account, but the reality of that account is that in order for me to pass, I would have had to make 15K. And honestly, like I said, my mind is not, I'm no longer wired to make that much money for no reason. Back in the old days, back when those younger days, we would get the 300K Apex accounts and make 20K like it's nothing and then blow the account, make 20K like it's nothing and then blow the account on the funded side. Same thing with Blue Sky, make 20K. Because I didn't think about it. I didn't think about how much money I was making. The only thing I was thinking about is as soon as I pass this account, I have $7,500, $6,500 of trailing drawdown. And my only goal was to get it above the buffer. But now that I have a better understanding of what was happening, after I made the 20K, there's a fatigue there. Mentally is exhausting. And even though Apex has a 35% consistency rule, you just kind of want to get over that buffer as fast as possible because, man, that's a lot of trading. It's a lot of trading. There's a lot of uncertainty. All it takes is one bad day on the Nasdaq and you can lose a big portion of your gains. Weeks of work. I did that firsthand. In less than a session, I destroyed multiple days of disciplined trading. I mean, I was trading that account on stream with you guys. We were disciplined. We waited for the setup. We took great trades. We built the account to about like 8 or 9K. And I blew it in a session because I did not want to be wrong. So, and that's what I'm talking about. I made 8, 9K in that account, and I have nothing to show for it except an account that had profit in it, and it was blown. That's all I had to show for it. That's why I don't particularly care to trade those big accounts anymore. 100Ks are now my sweet spot, but Apex is doing a all-in 50K intraday account for $50. I might get like 5 of those. $50, that's like what? 100, 200, 250, 250 for 5 account all in. I might get me a couple of those. I may just get probably like 2 or 3. Spend $150 on 3 accounts. I think that sale ends on Tuesday, next week, Tuesday. So I'm gonna take advantage of it. All right, so we are getting a pullback here. I think it's just a pullback. I don't think the market rejects here. Let me see. I don't think the market rejects. Let me look at the 10-minute because there's a trend line that's coming up. And I want it to be correct. I'm sorry, the 10-second. Okay, so there's that trend line right there. So I'm just going to delete this. We don't need that. And you know what? I probably could just get away with doing it with just a basic trend line. Okay, so we're getting a trend line break. Actually, no, I don't think that's right. Okay, yeah, that's the trend line right there. All right, so we're getting that break. So not only do we see the market failing to break out above this previous high right here. So that's the previous high. We're witnessing the market fail to break out. We got to break back into that range. I'm sorry, back underneath that low. It seems like it's already pulled back to the trend line, and now we're getting a breakdown. I'm still going to get in at this area right here, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, we kind of did this last night too, where I thought the market was going to bounce at areas of bullish imbalances, and the market didn't. The market hurt my feelings and just kept going lower. So I guess we just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. And okay. So if the market takes out this low right here, the market takes out that low. Well, actually, no, never mind. The EMAs are not on my side on this one. The EMAs are not on my side. Even if the market were to break underneath this low, it's going to pop right back up because the algos, everybody is going to buy at these EMAs, and it's going to be a tough time. In order for me to sell the break of that low, the EMAs need to be on my side. They need to be sloped down like that, and the market needs to be breaking from them, pulling back, and then we need to see a continuation like that. Yeah, as you can see, the market is, they're buying it at the 50 EMA right there. So now we'll see what they do here. See what they do. But I'm still willing to get in at around like 650. I still believe in that area. Well, I think it's really like the or the initial balance high and low, the 50%. I think that's all the market really responds to. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a half size position here. I'm gonna do a half size position. I'm going to put a limit right there at the 21 EMA. Looks like I thought about it for too long. Shit, I thought, okay. Damn it. I thought about it. Ugh. Oh my God. Nasdaq. Dude, as soon as I put the limit on, the Nasdaq was like, let them make them watch, make them wait, and make them watch. Make them wait and make them watch. I know, dude. It's insane, man. It's insane. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it. I mean, that was kind of the move I was looking for right there. Insane. Okay. I seen this video today, and this guy was saying that the smartest people are the worst traders. The smartest people are the worst traders, and he's absolutely right. I can say that from personal experience. Boy, do I overthink things. Boy, am I doing everything that the smart trader does. It just makes sense. We look for certainty. Anybody that's a smart trader, that's everybody. We look for certainty. And there is supposedly no certainty in this market. I don't agree with that. There's algos in this market. That's how I know that there's certainty in this market. I believe
Bok Shin disagrees with view that recent rate hike boosts stock market volatility.
I believe that you just had to find that certainty, but there is certainty in this market. Algos execute off of a macro or a script. They follow a set of rules, already predefined rules, and they follow those rules to the T. And the markets and the algos make up majority of the market. The market makers are algos. These high frequency trading algos. The market makers, algos. So there is certainty in this market. You just have to find that certainty, and that's the challenging part. You just have to find what really makes this market move, or what script do they have for the algos today? Are we just going to kill all the bears today and just run through supply like it's nothing? You're going to kill the bulls today and run through support like it's nothing? Are we going to do both sides? There's a death algo that literally execute at 250 every single day. There's a 9 o'clock algo that executes at 9 o'clock Central Time every single day. There's a 15-minute range that executes every day at the open. There is an initial balance every day. There is certainty in this market. These things happen every single trading session. There's an Asia open. There's a London open. Etc., etc., etc. All right, so it sucks that I'm not in this in a long. I did say that if price traded into about 720, 730, I'll look for a short. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a range right there. That's why I'm interested. This range that's conveniently lined up with this imbalance right here. That's the area that I'm interested in and potentially taking a short. We'll see. This is the Nasdaq. We have to expect the BS. Hmm. Okay. Just gotta be patient. I do want to short this, but I just hate the fact that we have all these bullish imbalances on the way up here. So.
Bokshin. Real economy conditions require deeper evaluation.
All right, let's see if I can get into it without it being too nasty to me here. Anywhere else, any other instrument, this will be a short setup. But on the Nasdaq, we know that this could just be a trap. And the Nasdaq isn't always as nice as creating that reversal pattern.
In May.
You kind of have to get into
move.
You kind of have to get.
Conditions of real economy require more comprehensive evaluation.
You kind of have to get into areas and hope for the best. Actually, let me look at the ES. Look at see if the ES is Yeah, ES is running highs. Wow.
Economic data since Bank of Korea previous rate decision shows stronger than expected growth.
Oh shit, my bad, guys. I didn't know I did that.
BOK likely to boost growth outlook in August revision. Bokshin, May rate increase possible, but held off due to insufficient data. Disagree with view. Decision to keep rates steady in May was not an error.
Okay. Okay. We'll see if this is the right decision here. I'm trading at this range that lines up with this imbalance right here. That's why I'm getting into this position right now. We'll see if the market agrees with me here. It could potentially go up to about 740 maybe, but we'll see. You think it looks good? We'll see if the market agrees. We'll see if the market wants to, if the bulls want to take their profits here. Well, there is a trend line in the way. I just realized that. Trend line is in the way. And for whatever reason, it just seems like it's not. I'm not getting it. Okay. Let me go back to the 10-second chart because this thing is. All right, so we do got a trend line coming up from those lows. I'm gonna delete this one. So we do have a trend line coming up from those lows. We did see the pop. We did see the false breakout underneath it though. That's Well, if this is supply, I don't like how this feels. So I'll give this a couple of minutes. I'll give it a couple of minutes. If I don't see the reaction that I'm looking for, I'm gonna get very aggressive with closing this position out. Because the sellers are definitely taking their time here. I mean, we are seeing the reaction. So there are sellers here. It just doesn't mean that they'll be successful. Yeah, it looks like they're sucking right now. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do see 750 on Bookmap as well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna close this one out because you're right. It doesn't look like they're stepping up at this level. It looks like the sellers are trying to sell, but they may be getting absorbed by the buyers here. So I'll give it a few more minutes. If like I said, if I don't see the reaction that I'm looking for, then I'm gonna close this one out. Okay. All right, that kind of tells me all I need to know. All right, we'll see what it does here. We'll see what it does.
Bokshin, Bank of Korea likely to boost growth forecast in August update. Extended trading hours of $1 market have had little effect on NDF market volume. Bokshin, disagree with assessment that decision to keep rates steady in May was error. Narrowing interest rate gap with US needs monitoring for impact on FX market.
And good old Apex only filling a portion of the position. Don't you just hate when the market does this? It doesn't want to give you your break even. Baby, come back. You can, and it bounces perfectly at your break even. This thing bounced perfectly at my break even right there. Bounced perfectly at it. I was wrong, and I just want to break even.
Japan government ruling LDP plan to increase threshold for calling extraordinary shareholders meeting to more than 5% voting rights from current 3%, Nikkei reports.
I just want to break even. Looks like she's more interested in my stop. All right, I'm not going to readjust my stop higher. Even though I want to, I'm not going to. Just take the loss. Man, this shit bounced perfectly at my break even. And this is probably one of the few occasions where I was actually willing to get out at break even or break even trade. Okay. All right. Everything's going fine tonight. We won one, we lost one. Won one and lost one. You think we're going to take out this session high? I do see that there's a lot of liquidity sitting at 800. Hmm. I'm just looking for like a quick drop here.
Senior BOJ official. Delay in stimulus adjustment amid high inflation risk could trigger economic downturn.
You see what I'm talking about with the Nasdaq and that BS that she be? Like the Nasdaq will make you feel like you're wrong.
Suitable monetary policy would ensure stable inflation, place economy on sustainable growth trajectory.
Nasdaq owe me some money, damn it. She owes me some money. Should I revenge trade? Should I get my money back? Should I make the Nasdaq pay what she owes? Yeah, I got out. I took a quick profit target. You know what, man? I took a quick profit target because I figured that I didn't want it to bounce, but it just kept going. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, the Nasdaq literally ran to my stop, and I was only hoping for just a break even. Like I even sung to her. I was like, baby, please come back. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. But she chose violence tonight. The Nasdaq chose violence tonight. She literally ate my stop and then dropped. Like, it's crazy. Okay. All right. We are kind of knocking up against that trend line. So I'm not gonna be foolish here. I'm gonna put my stop in. Put my stop in profit here. I'm not gonna be foolish. Come on, baby. Hey, what you? Oh, don't stop me out. Don't stop me out. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Damn. Nasdaq, baby, come on. What are you doing this? Why are you doing this? All right. Let me just stop. Let me just stop before I make a mistake here. Before I lose more money and than I even intend to lose. I think the market wants to go down to about 700. But it doesn't mean that it has to go down to 700 right now. It could bounce right here and then reject again. It can go straight down. You just never know. Of course. All right. Let me just take a deep breath. This is what I'm moving away from. This is what I'm moving away from. Watch the Nasdaq just probably just flushes for no damn reason. But I'm going to be ready. If we do see a flush and it bounces at around 700, I'll be ready. Damn it, I just want the flush. Damn it. Yeah, I think so too. My third eye is open. It's telling me that it's about to flush, but because we just went straight up from these lows to this area of supply, because we manipulated above this imbalance right here. I mean, we got to remember that the market literally manipulated above this imbalance. I don't think it's going to take out the session highs now. It could definitely say that for later. But we manipulated above the imbalance. We had the market failed to break out. Now we're underneath this imbalance. We'll see. My flush demand 472. Yeah, you think we get a drop all the way back down to 472? That's a big drop. That's about what, a 300-point drop. 472, huh? Damn, that's a big drop. Shit, Trump gonna have to probably say something for that. You think that we reached 472 by the end of tomorrow's session? You think we tap 826 first and then we drop? Yeah, I can see the market trade up higher. If it takes out 763, we do have engineered liquidity up at these highs. We have all these equal highs right here. We have these equal highs, so we can definitely, if we do see that break, we have all these equal highs, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of buy stops for the market to utilize. Damn it, Nasdaq. Why do you do these things? Why do you hurt my feelings like this? Why? Why? Making me take these dangerous trades. No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna probably work, but I'm not gonna do that, man. This, like I said, these types of ticks and habits I have to kind of break out from. Okay. Okay. Well. All right, guys. I'm in the stream here. Actually, no. I'll run 5 more minutes. I'll just sit on my hands here. But this is what I'll do. I'll cancel all my orders. Make sure everything is canceled. We'll just go into tomorrow's with $390 of profit. I just know this thing is going to probably drop, but what I'm going to do here is I'm just get out the account and take the trade that I would have taken right here. Probably the break of that low right there. Shit, let's look at gold real quick, because I know Dead Wolf, you said that you were in and you're looking for 58.
US Secretary of State Rubio. Brazil President Lula and his government have not bargained with US in good faith. US Secretary of State Rubio. Lula prioritized his ego over deal-making. Tariffs are the consequence.
Smaller countries are affected the most by tariffs. Countries like China, Russia, these bigger countries, they always find workarounds. And the only reason, and that's why tariffs are the reason why these BRICS. Actually, we haven't heard of anything from BRICS. I haven't been keeping up with that actually, but that's why the world is making an attempt to move away from the American dollar, because the United States weaponized its currency because, well, I mean, that deal is no longer valid anymore. But the United States dollar has been the world's currency for so long, even though people doesn't necessarily have to trade oil in dollars anymore. It's already in production. You don't change anything in production. It takes years. And when I say years, that's also a stretch. Once something is in production and it works, it doesn't change for real. People try to make it change. You might have small pockets of area where these changes take effect, but overall, globally, the American dollar is in production, and that shit is not going to change. I think the only country that's actively doing it is obviously China, obviously. It's the rival superpower to the United States. So obviously China, but you know, everybody else, mostly. Majority of everybody else is still. But once I work through managing my emotions, managing these impulses to get into a trade and try to get my revenge and et cetera, blah, blah, blah. That's when I'll be able to not only consistently pull money from these markets, but get bigger payouts, like high 5-figure payouts, 10, 6-figure payouts. Yeah. But I have to stop being foolish. I'm disciplined for the most part, but the moments where, and I hate to use these words in a sentence, but when discipline is weak, and being emotionally hijacked, during those moments is when I lose the most money. And it just takes out weeks, days and weeks of work. And once I see, and then once I come back to it, it's kind of like when you do something subconsciously, and then you regain your consciousness, and you're trying to fix the problem. But when you fix the problem, that's when everything begins to break. And well, I guess I'm glad I didn't do this in my other account. I'm glad I did this in a paper account, because in pure NQ fashion, she did push higher here. So I'm glad I did this in a paper account, and I should start doing this more often. I know, right? You said that's been your issue too? Yeah. You know, we was actually talking about that before you joined. I watched this video earlier, and this guy was talking about smart people are the worst traders, and that's so true. Smart traders overthink. Smart traders overthink. The only time we should be thinking is during our pre-market plan, during overnight planning, when we plan our trades. That's when we do all of our thinking. When the market is moving and the market trades into our area, we should be executing, not thinking. We already thought about it. That's what the plan is for. You're supposed to execute your plan. And I think that's what trips up a lot of people, because when we don't execute on our plan, we're training ourselves to not trust in our judgment. We're training ourselves not to execute. And we all know when we start thinking, it's like, oh man, this looks like a better area. And then you readjust your plan. And we all know that in production, when you change shit, you break shit. And it's the same thing for trading. You try to adjust your plan on the fly, and you lose more money than intended. He says, you're deep into this? Yeah, you want me to call you Didi? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Didi. That's what I'm gonna do moving forward. I almost lost an account that I've been working very hard in for a very long time, and I would hate to see that account die. It's almost on its last leg too, but I would hate to see that account die. I really would. I'm getting sentimental thinking about it, but hey, yo, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, I'm about to get off in a few minutes though. I took a trade earlier today, or at the start of the stream. It was a great trade. I tried to re-enter into the trade. It just didn't pull back, or I wasn't aggressive enough on the re-entry. I tried shorting it. I got stopped out the first time. I identified a second area for a short. I got my money back that I lost from the first short. It was a quick scalp. And now I'm just about to go to club bed now because I don't know what the heck the market wants to do. You just saved your shit. Yeah, I lost mine. It just sucks. Like I said, it would have been nice to have that account, but it would have been nice to have that
intercepts
account.
8 Iranian missiles Thursday, state news agency.
So, Diddy, how far are you on that account? How much more profits do you need in order to pass it? Yeah, I'm about to go to club bed in a few minutes. I mean, I don't know, man. The world kind of feels different. Off topic from trading. The world feels so different now. I don't know about you, but here in Texas, there was like a tornado in San Antonio that just literally spawned out of nowhere. It destroyed businesses. It destroyed nearby apartment complexes. I couldn't believe it. How does a tornado just spawn out of nowhere? Oh, you're in Houston? Oh, did oil drop? Oh, so you got 14K more to go. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious that CL was going to drop. It was setting up for the drop. Yeah, I should have tucked it. It was pretty obvious that CL was going to drop. It was pretty obvious, man. But I don't trade CL, and I don't care to. Because it seems like I can call out these trades when I don't care about it. I mean, I think that's everybody though. When we don't have any restrictions, when we're not thinking and we don't have something on the line, we're really great at predicting things. We're really great at that. And this was an obvious short. I should have taken it, honestly, but because I don't trade CL, I don't care for CL. So yeah, that's a short. Damn, really? Oh yeah. I used to live in West Palm Beach, and we had summer storms every time during nap time. Honestly, I haven't felt the worst of Florida. I lived in Florida. Actually, I forgot when I was actually in Florida, actually. I think I was in Florida 2011 to 2012, 13-ish. When I was there, we didn't have any storms or any hurricanes or anything like that. But I really enjoyed my stay in Florida. The only reason why I left is because at the time, before remote work was a thing. I mean, it was a thing, but only for an exclusive group of people. But there was no jobs in Florida. At least there was no jobs in Florida at the time. So I had to move because of that. I moved to Georgia because of that. To find school and work. Ain't no jobs there. You say you've been here since. Yeah. I mean, I learned that the hard way. Yeah, or trade, yeah. I learned that the hard way when I was living there, and I was like, yeah, need to get a job, but there ain't no work, so I had to move. But I really did enjoy my time in Florida. It's probably one of my favorite places to live, right next to Texas. So far, so good in Texas. I haven't had any issues in Texas. Texas will probably be my forever state. I don't think I'll move anywhere else. I don't think I'll live anywhere else. I'll visit other places, but I feel like Texas is probably the last. Yeah, I'll stay in Texas. You went to Palm Beach? Which school did you go to? When I was in Palm Beach,
partnership with NVIDIA on semiconductor wafer inspection technology. NVIDIA, Fujitsu, Fanuc, Yaskawa Electric, and Kawasaki Heavy to partner on development of physical AI industrial platform using NVIDIA technology.
Oh, Palm Beach Lakes High School? Okay. Austin is kind of crazy, man. Austin is crazy. Actually, damn, how old am I? I think, see, I don't keep up with my age. I think I'm like 36 or 37. I was born in 89. So I'm either 36 or 37. But, Austin is, I mean, it's a saying. It's keep it weird, and Austin is just weird. Texas is known to be a very conservative state. It'll probably always be red, but it's becoming more purple by the day because you have San Antonio, Austin, Dallas are very more liberal leading cities. Maybe Houston, maybe, but I think Texas will stay red, but it, like I said, it's becoming more purple than anything. But Austin will kind of be the equivalent to California in terms of how liberal it is. Not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just, if you're a Texas and you're conservative, Austin is probably not your cup of tea. It's a college state, or it's a college city, and they keep it weird. Like the slogan, keep it weird. Yeah, me too. But it's a college city, so I mean, Austin is more for, I mean, it's, you can go there and tour, obviously, but it's a college city, so you're running to college students more often than not. Professionals are all in Dallas, Houston, some in San Antonio, but mostly Dallas, then Houston, then maybe San Antonio, Austin. San Marcos is San Marcos is another college city. It's right there next to Austin. So San Marcos and Austin are basically the same thing, basically. Just a bunch of college kids. But yeah, so if it was all over the news, it was all over TikTok too. But I thought it was insane that a tornado just spawned out of nowhere and just destroyed shit in Texas or in San Antonio. You know what? Dang, Didi. Yo, that's so interesting, man. Before I started the stream, I was actually thinking about that as well. I was thinking about that as well. I've been finding myself, actually, I think we was talking about that earlier in the stream as well. I have been finding myself at my desk at Globex Open because I have nothing to do. If I don't have anything to do, then I find myself in front of my desk looking for something to do on the charts, which is not necessarily a good thing. So I'm creating a trade schedule for myself. I'm no longer allowed to be at my desk at Globex Open. The earliest that I can come to my desk is at about 6:30 before the Tokyo or Asia Open, or whichever one that is, at the 7 o'clock Central Time at Open, to see if there's any setups. And if there's a setup, then, you know, I can either position myself or limit in. I have a cutoff time. Like, as soon as I get off a stream with you guys, I'm walking completely away from the charts. And I've also been finding myself in front of my desk in the morning at 5 o'clock, as crazy as that freaking sounds. So now I'm going to create a rule where, at least for myself, that the earliest that I can be in front of my desk is when I trade on stream with you guys. That's the earliest that I can be at my desk. Trading is the last game in town. Well, gambling is the last game in town. There's nothing better than that. There's no life after gambling. Once you get a taste of gambling, there's nothing else. You said a New York session, the pre-market sweeps the best for you? Yeah. Yeah, you said that you got a couple of payouts from that. Yeah. I'm gonna start looking into that. I probably will start just I probably might only trade the initial balance moving forward. The initial balance seems to be, well, okay. Let's not speak about the initial balance like I haven't already been trading it low key and getting great trades from it. Obviously, the only downside to the initial balance is that I have to wait an hour, at least an hour to take a trade. The opening range, I think they may have patched the opening range. They may have patched it because it don't hit the same way like it used to. You said you created your own indicator on TradingView? You say you want to short the Nasdaq now? Well, we actually might. Hold on. I was like, hold on. Am I on? You're training it to do the 50 for you? The Nasdaq actually might bounce. That looks like the change in state of delivery pattern. It might bounce, so just be careful. Just be careful. If it does that and bounce, that's a change in state of delivery pattern. This shit will bounce on you. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Santiago. I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. Oh shit, you know what I just realized? The Nasdaq. Oh, Nasdaq. Why do you do these things, man? Nasdaq, why do you do these things? Why? Why do you do these things? Why do you do these things? Why can't you just be normal? Why can't I quit you? Why can I not quit you? You do all these horrible things, and yet I keep coming back, and they just keep coming back. Have a good night. Why? He said we're married to the charts. Dude. He said midnight open is at 11. Is it in 11 minutes? Oh shit. Yeah, okay. I was about to hold on. Santiago, are you on Eastern time or I thought, well, I guess some parts of Florida might be Central. I know Smith is in Central time. I guess you're in a part of Florida where it's hold on, I thought which part of Florida is Florida Eastern time? I guess some parts of Florida might be Eastern then, because I thought it was Central in Florida. Eastern? Okay, so it might be Eastern for you. Smith is also in Florida, and he's in Central time. So I guess there's probably parts of Florida and Eastern and parts of Florida and Central, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. But Panama City probably Central. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Right there, Debt Wolf. This might be the change in state of delivery pattern right there. I mean, it's not like the market was changing or it was trading to the downside. But, well, I guess technically, I guess it really how you define it, because if the market was doing this and we see this pattern, that would be a change in state right there. But what I'm focusing on is just the pattern itself. This pattern right here seems to always change. Like if it's delivering in one direction and it does this, it's kind of like it takes the liquidity underneath this low and then it takes the liquidity above this high. It pulls back and then it continues to go. So something like this where we got the downward move, it creates the liquidity right there, then it breaks that high. So you got the liquidity going down, you got the liquidity going across, the market breaks that high, it pulls back into that zone somewhere, and then we see the continuation. But we'll see. I mean, we all know how nasty the Nasdaq is, and all right, guys. That's gonna be it for me tonight. I definitely appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.